Hello. Thanks for joining me and welcome back. This is Judy from Thistledew Creations. And today I have for you a not a one box, but a 2-box Happy Mail. Wanda Ford in Nova Scotia is getting ready to move and she is cleaning out her craft room. And we've done a lot of swaps together over the last year or so. And so she decided to send me a bunch of her de-stash. So I'm just going to go through. I got an extra small flat rate box and a small flat rate box from her the other day. And I've been kind of trying to find time to do the video for them. So she sent me this little metal tin full of translucent or transparent buttons and little tiny green leaves. So I can't wait to use those. They're all pretty colors, teal and purple, one of my favorites. And then bags of buttons, already sorted by color. Purple and yellow and white, cream, red. Oh, that one's got a hole in it. These ones are all blues. These ones are pinks. And these ones are those shank buttons and more vintage ones. Some of them are fabric covered. Just a great assortment of buttons. Get back to this box. So we've got some brand new Your Next Stamp premium ink dye. And this one is Garden Green. These aren't even used. The same brand. I think this one was a red. Berry red. She sent me this Singer bag, which I remember getting these bags when we used to go to Fabricland. So that's kind of cool to be used in a sewing journal. And a whole bunch of these die-cut cardstock leaves. They'll be fun for fall projects. Maybe some notebook covers with those. Some stickers, and I'm curious what these came from. Sold as a set, do not separate. And let's see here. Blossom Magazine, appleblossom.com, something about an apple blossom festival. And I believe it's in Nova Scotia. There's a bunch of Nova Scotia ads. Annapolis Valley, 90th. 2024 was its 90th year. So I always like getting these for the ads, and some of the pictures in them are really pretty. Even these frames, you could put someone else's picture in there. And even these flowers on the corner of the page can be fussy cut and add to your own pages. Lots of great fussy cutting in this book with the blossoms. Even that roadway could be used in a layout. The Pumpkin Man is neat. So yeah, you never think to send stuff like this, but it is interesting to receive. Some stamps. These are feathers, which I love working with feathers. And I like them in the Stampin' Up. It came in like a CD case kind of thing. So you get the die cut. Oh, and she's left some of the ones that she's done in here. I noticed that before. You get the dies and the stamps. And there's silicone stamps and rubber stamps. That's interesting too. And this might be different silicone stamps. They don't seem the same as the ones on the front. She probably just sorted them and put them together. And then I really like this for winter stuff. We got a sled and a snowshoe and some pine needles and cone and skate and ski. Again, from Stampin' Up. And those are like the red rubber stamps. Don't even look like they've ever been used. Maybe the skis have. So I'll have fun with those. And then this is great for this time of year. The hot air balloon, the globe, and road trips, suitcases. Some more ink. This is Kaiser Craft bark which will be an interesting color to use. I expect it'll be a really dark brown. And then a whole container full of buttons, all sort of sorted. So lots of different colors. Even these glittery ones are neat. They're not glitter on the surface. The glitter is inside them, like they're made out of clear resin or something. So I've got some buttons to sort, another container to start. And then let's see, oh, Top 10 Scotland travel guide. So that'll be useful for my Outlander journal. Wanda knows that I'm wanting to do one. So that's kind of neat. What else have we got? Some punches. A whole bunch of little punches. Oh, and this, I thought this was really nice. I have looked through this stuff. I couldn't wait. It's kind of like vinyl, and then it's a bow put onto a paper clip, so that's cute. And all these tiny little stamps. These will be good for salvaging the last little bits of any papers I'm cutting up. Getting tiny little sections and making tiny little stars and dragonflies and flowers and hearts and butterflies, etc. And then I thought these were just pom-poms at first, but they're also put onto paper clips. So those would be fun to use. And that's the bottom of that box. There's a little feather in there, real feather. And I save these boxes as well and use them to sort things in my craft room. I make little cubby holes out of them to stuff things in. And then in the small size Canada Post prepaid box, there was more goodies. Dragonfly die cuts and a bee die cut. I like this one because you can layer them and do those where the top layer is the cutout, the bottom layer is a solid color. And then the bee, I'll use lots of bees. And then these, she asked me if I wanted. I guess she wasn't sure if I'd use them, but they're tiny little, I think they're that clay, or they might be plastic. Yeah, I think they're plastic. Little tiny, they look like peppermint candies, only they're in all different colors. But I even thought these would make good centers for flowers. So I said, yeah, send them. I'll figure out something to do with them. And lots of different colors. We've got more ink. I do have room in my ink drawer, so this is good. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a rich cocoa. I don't have any of that shape. And then some of these stacking ones, Versafine, satin red. I could do a little swatch of these. Maybe I will in a separate video. I don't know what color that is, but it looks interesting, like a bronzy green. And then this is close to my heart, black. And Ocean Mist. Ooh, that looks like a color I'll like. And some more ink. And here we get into some Tim Holtz Distress ink in worn lipstick and Distress ink in Victorian Velvet. And then more of this YNS. Not sure what that stands for. I probably should know. Cherry Blossom. And color box, I've got some of these. This one is Cupcake. Pretty pink. So those will make it easier for me to do some nice transitions in my rainbow backgrounds. Thank you, Wanda. We got a few more, many more die cuts in this envelope. So this was a close to my heart little things. It looks like she's thrown a bunch more in there because I don't imagine it came this full. So we've got a little smiley face. This looks like branches with leaves on the end of each branch. That'll be useful. And a little thought bubble maybe. Or it might be a background for something else. There's a couple more of that shape. flower, very intricate flower. I imagine that would be a pain to punch out all the little pieces from. Christmas tree, a key, bunch of leaves, ribbon end shape, a butterfly, cloud, a circle, scribble circle with hearts, and then more hearts. I can put that right into my Valentine's stuff. Music notes. Oh, I like this one. Trees. Leaves again. Flowers. Yeah, she's got some of those magnetic sheets that she had them sorted onto. An @ symbol. Tiny little heart. And I love these birds on a wire. That's really cool. Another butterfly. Some snowflakes. Another tree. Oh, I love this heart with the butterflies. Half heart, half butterflies taking off. Some more hearts. And then there's some black ones here. You probably won't be able to see them very well on the magnet. But stars and swirls. A guitar. Another one with birds and branches and an oval. That's interesting. What's this? The number 1. Another butterfly background. I wonder if it matches up with one of these. Yeah, probably this one. Not identical, but they're the same shape. This one's just a little smaller. And then more leaves and more butterflies. And the number 4 and some more feathers. So that's fun. Lots of, I'm going to have to do some die cutting sessions. My die cut sits just on the other side of the table behind the camera, and I never seem to manage to get it out and play with it. So one of these days, that's something I could probably do out on the porch, because if I'm working with cardstock, it doesn't blow away quite as easily as paper. I have a very windy location. I have to be careful what I do on the porch. And then we have 2 rolls of peel and stick wallpaper. This one looks like it was a border, wallpaper border, and I love that soft green with the silver and the pale grayish blue. So I'll definitely use those. Might even use some of those today. And this one is just a nice floral. The print on this one is blurry, but I think that could be used to advantage. It's kind of neat look to it, but it does look a little blurry, like it was stamped just off when it was printed. But I like the colors in it. The pink and the blue and the green really work well for me. And some more stamps. Thinking of you, thank you kindly, love you. All these things I'm saying to you, Wanda. And sunshine, I got sunshine on a cloudy day, and life is better in flip-flops. There's a pair of flip-flops. Work hard, play hard, hole in one. Made tough to work hard. And a motorcycle, I'll be able to use that. Dartboard. And it looks like a Captain America shield or something. And then a bunch of single words, which I'm really happy to have these, because I have a hard time putting words and phrases on my collages, and maybe stamping them myself. I'll maybe do it. And then these ones too. Just one life, be authentic. These are all good phrases. Lucky is a state of mind. And if I find ones that I will use over and over again, then I'll do a mass stamping session with them and get them ready to go. And this is close to my heart. What does it say? Decorative stamps. And what have we got here? Oh, tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep calm and fight on. You got this. We're in this together. Believe in miracles and don't ever give up. You are loved. So some of these I'll be able to use on my the stuff I'm doing for my family reunion too. And then a roll of red ribbon with white scalloped edges. I have some of this. I think she must have sent it to me. Well, somebody sent it to me in a swap. It might have been Wanda. But I do like that scalloped edge. And then a few pieces of fabric scraps. We've got some, I guess, cats. Black background, brilliant cats. Those will be fun to make a series of ATCs with. And then some plaids and horses and horseshoes. I'll use the plaids for my Outlander. She probably knew that too. And then, oh, there's a bicycle stamp. That's cool. And then like a Mardi Gras type, couple of Mardi Gras type masks. So I can use the feathers. I can have fun with those. I do like feathers. And then this little book cover was neat. She must have harvested the insides out of it, but I really like the way this looks on the front. And then when you open it, take the string off and open it, it opens both directions, like a, what do they call that, a gatefold? Yeah, some stuff's been ripped out of it, but yeah, that's cool. And that gives me an idea of something I could make myself, but I'll also use this one for something. Maybe put some new pages in it. And then a little package of trading card size, 2.5 by 3.5, so ATC size. It even says artist trading cards. You must have got them at a yard sale or something. They're from Ranger, and they're cardstock. I want to see these. See if I can get this open. Oh yeah, they're all the same color, just sort of a file folder color. That's cool. I'll put those right with my ATCs. Maybe do some ink blending on them. And then 4 little children's books: The Emperor's New Clothes, Ant and the Grasshopper, Princess and the Pea, and The Jungle Book. So that's fun. You can deconstruct those and make maybe really fat notebooks is what I envision with them. Adding a lot of extra papers in. And then a 6x6 pad of Perfectly Plaid, Lawn Fawn brand. And I just love plaids. And these are pretty colors. Very pretty. And I think those are white on the back. Yeah, they're white on the back. And then inside the box, there's even more stuff. Oh, here's one more that I missed. Snow, ice cream cones. You're so sweet. And a few gift bags. So we've got some toile, which I love. I love the brown background on this. I will definitely use that paper. And then this sort of checkered one. At first I thought maybe she'd painted it, but I don't think so. It looks brand new. And a couple of little glue erasers. So this type of an eraser erases like glue marks if you get it on something. And you know, I have a couple of these large ones, and I've got them in my craft room and never used them. So that having them, I'll keep one out here and maybe get to using it. A few more things down in the bottom of this box. This was quite the surprise to get 2 boxes. I knew she was working on a box for me, but then when they both arrived on the same day, I was like, oh my goodness, Wanda. American Crafts from Utah. Jane Davenport watercolor papers. Oh, this is interesting. So I could make like bookmarks or tags or do swatches of my watercolors. Oh, and they're cards. I thought they were just pieces of paper, but they're cards. Nice. Thank you, Wanda. Good porch project. Some travel stickers, February 14th. And some leftovers of some poppies. And some butterflies that have a bit of a 3D effect. They have a layer on top. And some of these gold outline stickers. I like these. I had a bunch of those from my mom's stash. And then I think this is wrapping paper. It's very thick, and it's nice floral. Pink and white roses on the nice dark blackish green background. And then some iris stickers. They're kind of cute. Some mushrooms and some leprechauns and some bears. What else? Another gift bag, and this one is translucent, which is neat. So whether I use it for a gift bag or whether I use some of that translucent material to add into some journal, make pockets out of it or something. Just want to see where that's from. It's called Blast, made in China. It doesn't have a Dollarama tag or anything. And then it's got the little gift tag on it. A couple pieces of turquoise metallic paper, which will be great in the die cutting machine and the embossing. And then another gift bag with some really pretty soft florals on it. And then this one is called a Mother's Day gift bag. And I think this one is like a 3D kind of thing. Or is it just that it's a kit that came with the matching tissue paper. And it's stuck to the back of the bag, but that's all right. And so it's a fairly small gift bag, but then it has this bigger front facade. The pansies are really pretty. And they're embossed, so I might be able to just cut them out and use them. And I can certainly use the tissue paper as well. So I was really thrilled, Wanda, to receive not one but 2 boxes from you. And I'm just waiting until you get settled in your new place. I don't know when exactly you were moving, but I'm just waiting to see when you get settled what you would like, whether it's something from my stash or whether I can order something for you on Amazon or Temu and send it to you. You have to let me know, because this is really a big haul, and I really, really, really appreciate it. I know it's sometimes hard to get rid of things, but I want to reward you for your kindness. And so to anyone that's watching, if you enjoy seeing hauls and swaps and crafts and thrifting, etc., do sign on and become part of the Thistledew Creations family. We'd love to have you. And thanks for watching. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good day and happy crafting.